Hi everybody, it's me, the Talking Hands guy. And it's Tuesday, so we're gonna do a Talking Hands video, a transformation video, that is. Today, we're gonna transform this flat sheet of paper, completely plain, into this, a paper ninja star, ready for throwing. So the first thing you'll need, so let's get to it. The first thing you'll need is a piece of paper. Now you can use printer paper like I have here. I like that. You can use notebook paper like this off of a pad. You can use a small piece of paper from a pad like this. Any paper will do, any paper that is, except for a paper towel. Those don't make very good throwing stars. You can do it, but the throwing star just isn't that great. So that's the first thing you're gonna need. And I like my printer paper, so I'm just gonna use that. Yeah. The next thing you need is your parents' permission, because we're gonna make some rips and some cuts. We're gonna be dividing this paper up. And I don't want you to do that to anything that's important. I don't want to hear about anybody coming back and, hey, I tore up the rip chip because I wanted to make a throwing star out of it. All right, so there you go. Enough said. Get your parents' permission, especially before you use scissors or before you make one of these throwing stars. And that kind of brings up my last thing before we get to folding. It's don't be a menace. All right, don't be a menace with your paper ninja stars. If you don't know what menace means, if you don't know what this means, look it up. All right, that's the real transformation, is learning. All right, now let's get that out of the way and get to making, right? So it all starts by taking a piece of paper and folding it in half, just like that. All right, now I'm gonna take this folded in half piece of paper and we're gonna tear it along the fold so that we end up with two identical pieces of paper. And you don't have to use one, but I like a straight edge, right? That's what this is, it's a triangle. Uses a straight edge. You could also use a ruler or whatever, piece of wood, whatever, as long as it's kind of straight up. And it just helps me tear along that fold, right? You don't have to use it. You guys are probably, everybody else is probably better at tearing paper than I am. So right there, right? And if you had permission to use, that is permission to use scissors, you certainly can. You can do it that way. All right, now we've got two nearly identical pieces of paper, right? About the same size, rectangular, nice and long. So we're gonna set one of them aside. We're gonna work on half of the throwing star first. How it starts, you start by taking that piece of paper and folding it up right here. So we did this once, right? But this time we're not gonna tear on it. So we're just gonna take it and fold it again. And I'm going to try to get it fairly even. There's nothing exact in folding throwing stars. You can fold them out of square. You don't have to be very exact about how you get them. So just, have fun with it. And we end up with this. Now I'm going to unfold it just for a second so that you guys can see what you've got, right? Sometimes because it's paper and it's white, sometimes the view is a little tough in a video camera. Right there, all right? And there we go. And we're just going to set it back together, get that fold again. And the next step here, we want to mark the very center of this, and we want to give us a line perpendicular to the long edges. So we'll fold it in half so I have that line. And ordinarily, so normally, you'd be able to see that crease, right? Can you see that crease, right? And you'd be able to make folds against that. But because we're on video, I'm gonna take my Sharpie and mark that so you can actually see when I make folds, you can see me folding against it. All right, now you don't have to make the mark. I did so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Once again, if you're gonna use a Sharpie, get your parents' permission. You don't wanna end up like me with Sharpie marks all over your table. All right, now back to this. You got this half of a sheet of paper, it's folded up, and it looks like a pair of legs, right? That makes it kind of easy to manage, right? This guy is walking across, let's get him, right? So we want to take and grab this guy by the foot. And we're going to take that foot and bend it up. All right, there we go. Actually, we're going to bend it down. Forget I set up. There we go. And as you can see, I brought it over to my marking fold right there. See, that's where I folded it. That's why I put the line on there for you guys. You guys can kind of see. You want your edge of that triangle to line up even with that other line. It should just be nice and even. Then you want to turn him so that that leg is pointing up. And fold the other one right there. Bring the other leg down. You want to make sure you're getting that same nice 45-degree angle that you had on the other side. And just give it a nice crease. So what you got is you got this, right? So there's your line in the center. On the other side, no line, right? Almost like a bow tie, right? Now you want to put the line, the part with the marker on it or with the crease on it, you want to put that down. So no crease where I'm running my finger across. And then you want to take his foot again, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring it up. Just like that. And this time when I folded it, I left a little bit of room in that fold. And as you can see, left a little bit of room there for all of the layers of paper that we created. And I'm going to do that the same way on this other one. Right, so his 2 feet are bent. The resulting half a star looks like this right now. Right, there's our crease in the center, there's our Sharpie mark, and we got the feet going every which way. Now what you want to do this time, the flap here should be facing you, should be facing up, away from the table. Now you want to take the feet off, right? You can see there's a nice line right there. You want to tear against that. And I'm going to do that. There we go. There we go. Now we've got a kind of a weird shaped piece of paper. Not really anything I could call that, but we've amputated his feet. And we're going to take these flaps and just bring them around. Give a nice tight fold. Let's give them a nice tight fold. And what you end up with is half of a throwing star. Right? It's a diamond. And one side has these flaps that you can see, right? There, nothing's really holding them down. And the other side has this nice little pocket here. All right, now through the magic of video, I have already folded my other half of a sheet of paper. It's right here. Notice it's the same thing, right? You've got a flap on this side, right? There's my fingers in the flap. That little seam there. And on the other side, you've got these 2 points that nothing to hold them down. There's kind of flaps themselves, right? They need to tuck in somewhere. What we need to do is take and put these 2 together. We'll try and do this without my fingers in the way. And we're going to do that by making them give each other a hug. Right there, right? And you can see, right, now it starts to look like a paper throwing star. All right, but what we need to do is finish this off by tucking these 2 flaps in to the 2 pouches on either side of your star. Here we go. There's one. There's our other one. And now we've got a throwing star, but it'll throw better if we flatten it and make sure that all of our, make it pretty, push down on it a little bit. And now we are ready. We have the paper throwing star. We can protect ourselves from the paper ninjas. All right, everybody have fun with that and make sure to get your parents' permission, right, in all things. And don't be a menace. Thanks, guys. Bye.